Should we pop this up? I was hoping to get like a more interesting conversation going about walls and stuff. All right, I am now live on YouTube. And I assume Twitch as well. Poke the bear. Yeah, not RFK's. It's a little past its prime at this point. I keep remembering randomly in the middle of like a random day, like every few months, that he's married to Cheryl Hines. Hi, Cottage. I'm super happy, Colin. I was hoping it would be Walls of the like options. I was hoping it would be Walls. I think that's a great choice for her. What about you guys? Dan, wait, is that you here today? No. Okay. Just checking. Are you guys happy? Or how do you guys feel about Walls? Both, Colin. Ecstatic? Nice. Come on, Pete. Pete needs to cook a little bit more. Pete is fun. He's inexperienced and he was bad at his job, his last job. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It would have been weird with you saying Kamala Walls 24 that entire live stream. Wait, which one? One of your messages might have gotten filtered. Her pick is 20 years younger than Trump. Happily Zen. Well, Walls is... Oh, wait. I was going to put... Should I do the sticker? Let's do the sticker. Where the hell... I always forget how to do this. Effects. Is this it? Wait. Here we go. Those are not the images I want. Oh, and I tried to... Let's see if this works for getting the donation, the tips up a little bit too. Is that big enough? Can you guys read that? It's definitely not legible on like YouTube, I don't think, but I mean, I don't love that my username is listed under this guy, but whatever. All right. We do dry. So okay, but someone asked about Walls. So Walls is listen. I'm not an expert. Okay, I like the guy personality wise. He's the guy. Let me tell you. He was a high school teacher. He was a school teacher, like a public school teacher for many years. He taught social studies. Great. That's someone who understands like the basics of how the country works and like history. He might have been like middle school. God, by the way, Instagram is really transphobic. I posted the thing I posted on here about like the Olympic boxer and stuff. Instagram has lost their mind. It is hundreds, if not thousands, of super transphobic comments. Not on TikTok. PayPal, you guess? Oh, yikes. Tim. Yeah, you're right. When Trump was dodging the draft, Kamala and Walls were popping out. They mommies. Yeah, right, Dry? I was so surprised. Cause I've been posting for the last few months. I've been posting my TikToks on there, just in case this app, disappears. Just trying to build like a life raft. Like zero fucking response on there, really. No one sees them. At most, I'll get maybe like 50 likes. It's really embarrassing, and I really hate posting my TikToks on there because it's like I look really stupid. But I've just been doing it just in case, like one of them would, pop off or whatever, or just in case someone on here wanted to find me on there, you know. And but yeah, and this is the first one that is really kind of like truly kind of taken off a little bit. Last I checked, it was like over 40,000 views, which isn't that many, but like, you know, Instagram doesn't like me. And it is nuts. It's like easily 95% transphobic comments. Or just like, because also the video I posted like wasn't all that serious. It was kind of like, oh, now you want to talk about nuance, guys, like transphobes. Now you want to talk about someone who's like assigned female at birth, might not be a woman, you know? And people were like so mad. And but like most of the comments include some reference to like, no, it's binary. It's binary. And you're stupid if you don't know that. And it's stupid if, whatever. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Instagram used to be like the cool app for younger people and like artists and stuff. What the hell happened? Anyway, I have a theory about it. I might post a TikTok about my theory, but I don't know. Anyway, so high school. Oh, okay. So his wife was also a public school teacher teaching English. He taught social studies, which I think is fucking great. Come on. A public school teacher, social studies teacher. He was also in the National Guard for a really long time. He also coached football, which like won state championships. Might have been, did they 24 years? Thank you. I was going to say 20 something years. 24 years in the National Guard. He won, or he coached the football team that won either a state championship or national. I think it was state. He's like he's just like a chill dude. He codified reproductive rights for women, like access to abortion in the Minnesota like constitution or law. He codified it. He put it into fucking law. He like successfully instated like a, what was it, like free breakfast or free lunch program, for kids in like across this, no, free daycare program and stuff. Like, this is Walls. This is Kamala's VP pick. Free lunch for all Minnesota students. Thank you. Thank you, Maddie. Like I said, I'm not like an expert, but when I read about him, I was like, I like this dude. I really like this dude. What you mean undocumented people, Gavin? What about him? I think was he able to do the daycare thing as well? I don't know if he was able to do it or if he's like been championing it. Maybe I'm also just misremembering. Codified abortion into the state constitution. Yep. Yeah, I did say that. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair, Tim. The only reason I haven't, honestly, or a big part of why I haven't is because, like, I don't know. Like, I want, I mean, this is now a part of my income and stuff. And if this app goes away, like they're trying to make it do, I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? So, otherwise, like, honestly, if Papa Walls, I know, I'm excited. The only reason I didn't pop him up there is because I don't have like a screenshot saved of him. This is just to get people in here. Hey Kanye, you just hopped up. What's up? Are you got something you want to talk about? I
What up? What up?
agree,
What up?
Connie. What's going on?
N- I was I'm hyped because I was really afraid she was about to pick Shapiro.
Mm.
And Shapiro was making some moves like clearing his past record and like his affiliations with the IDF because you knew it wouldn't jive with like the more progressive or the left wing part of the party, especially with the whole Palestine situation. But then Harris pulled a 360. She's like, surprise, it's the dude from Minnesota.
Mm.
Who, by all accounts, I mean, he was endorsed by Bernie. He's got a quote attributed to him that what one individual's socialism is another person's like neighborliness or friendliness. So he's all about,
Oh, I haven't even seen that. See, like I liked him. I learned the basics about him and I was like, I fucking like this dude.
yeah,
I Oh, also his kids are conceived through IVF, which like I know like shouldn't have any bearing on anything, but like with IVF like on the chopping block in states like Alabama, like it, you know what I mean? And it's also just like fucking relatable, you know? Yeah.
yeah. So that's good. Like he's pushing some of those things, and he seems to be more malleable than the centrist picks like Shapiro and a couple others that were floated around.
Mm.
Even though his record isn't great on the Palestinian issue, like he did say we got to get more aid in and things of that sort. But like he seems to be more of a reasonable guy,
Walls.
someone who's like more responsive to his constituents. In Minnesota, at the height of the BLM protests, he's the one who called like the National Guard in, who were
Mm.
much chiller than most police departments when dealing with protesters. These guys were like, we're just making sure shit doesn't get burned down. But like as far as antagonizing or pepper spraying or arresting people, like happened to
Mm.
us in like Columbus, Ohio, and a lot of other major cities throughout the country, he didn't seem on board with that. So I feel I see a lot of encouraging things in him, in that
Mm.
he's responsive to his constituents. He's to the left of Harris. He was endorsed by Bernie at one point, and I think he can listen to feedback on the Palestinian issue. But I think Joey got something to say.
Yeah. What's up,
Hey, can you hear
Joey?
me?
Yeah, what's going on, Joey?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I feel like the narrative that he's a progressive hero is maybe a bit not genuine. So I took a look at his Gov tracker ideological score,
Mm-hmm.
and they rank him as one of the most conservative Democrats. Now, obviously, he's from Minnesota, and he's the governor of Minnesota.
Sure. According to what record, though? Like what?
Gov tracker. So
No,
they're
I
the
know,
one.
but under like according to, because if we're talking about the legislation that he signed into law, I mean that's actually quite progressive. Let's look it up.
Yeah, it's really it really like counteracts the narrative that people are trying to push right now, which I find kind of interesting.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I will say that's fair, and I'm gonna look it up, but I will say the narrative of like we're talking about actual policies and stances he's taken. So you know what I mean? And so even if he is ranked as not progressive, but I'm like, but I like the policies that he has signed into law and stuff. And obviously, granted, like signed into law, they were passed by the legislature, right? So he was the governor, but he technically does not write the laws for Minnesota, whatever. But oh, you hopped off, Connie? You can stay on. But you know, I think like codifying I'm looking at his policies like we're just talking about like things there and I'm like, well, these are progressive things that I like about the dude, you know. But yeah, let's look at his ranking, I guess. But
yeah.
that doesn't really change the fact that those are policies that have kind of been put into law under him. You know what I mean?
Well, I just encourage. He was in the House of Representatives before he was governor,
Mm-hmm.
and I think people should probably trust voting records more than like what they publicly say. You know, like I'll give you a great example. Kamala is actually from an ideological score much more far left in terms of like the legislation she's participated in compared to.
Yes, and I will say this. This is one point. I shouldn't be saying this because I should be encouraging people to like love her and stuff. But you've been in here before. You know, I'm not like, you know, Miss like super obsessed with Kamala, but I'm excited. Part of the reason her voting record is so like to the left is because most of it was happening like during like Trump and kind of a lot of MAGA stuff being passed. So it was like when the left really sort of unified and was like voting against like as much problematic shit as as they could. You know what I mean? Um, that said, yeah, fucking awesome voting record. I will say yes. Let's look at his voting record. Um, but also, if he says he's for something now, like, and the voting record is what, like 10 years old, you know, why not like accept that maybe he's shifted on things, right? Like Trump used to be a Democrat, but now Trump, you know, spews like fucking lots of other stuff. And I accept that when Trump says he wants XYZ thing, that those are his current beliefs. Does that make sense? I understand there's like obviously politicking and someone can like misrepresent their views and stuff. That said, at a certain point, we have to, you know, unless I have very direct or like more recent evidence to the contrary, like, you know,
Yeah.
we kind of have to.
Yeah, I mean, he left in 19, so you know he was there during the Trump presidency.
Okay, cool. Tracker.
Yeah, I don't think that like Trump really like believes a lot of the stuff that like is on his platform. I feel like the only issues that he's like absolutely been consistent with is like the wall or whatever, or like immigration, and I guess maybe
Mm,
like protectionism he's been, I guess, consistent with. But like I feel like, and I've always felt this, is that is that the reason that he went from like a Democrat to like an independent in 2012 to like a Republican is just because like he felt that he could only get elected as a Republican. Because I feel like with being elected as a Democrat, I feel like you're held to like a higher standard of like your history, things you've said, stuff like that. And he would have just like, he knows that he would have just been like canceled or something. So I feel like that's why he ran more as a conservative,
Look what they
because he
did to
knew.
Bloomberg, you know, with the
Trump?
billionaires. With the no Bloomberg when he ran as a Democrat, they ate him alive because he was a billionaire.
Right.
So
Wait, so Colin, you think that Trump doesn't believe what he says, what he's running on and stuff?
I mean, I don't think that Trump, here's an example, like, he appoints Supreme Court justices and he chooses from, like, the Federalist Society, like, the most conservative base of conservative justices. I don't think he had some sort of epiphany that made him this ultra conservative person. I think he's literally just doing it to pander to his base. I mean, he's never really
Sure.
had the
Well, yeah,
strong
Colin,
history
I don't.
of being evangelically like Christian, but he's
Oh, yeah,
consistently like done a
sure.
180 and pretend like he's super Christian when I don't really think he is. I think if he
Right.
could have ran as a Democrat, I think he absolutely would have. I think he just can't, because there's so many Democrats who've had to resign over half of the things that Trump has said or done in his past.
Sure, but also like if he sure, but also like Trump at the very least we all know is like super he acts in his own self-interest, right?
Right.
And I think and like yeah, he's a problematic dude and the fact that he couldn't run as a Democrat, I don't believe that he has any beliefs, you know, or principles other than me, right? Personally. Sorry if that offends anyone,
Right.
but like the fact of the matter is he when he gets in office he does highly fucked up, well, problematic in my opinion stuff, and he passes super right-wing stuff and he's helping super right-wing people get into power. And yeah, if he were trying to run as a Democrat, for sure Democrats would be like, we don't want someone like you here. You know what I mean? So I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess I'm struggling to see your point, unless it's just like, oh, don't just go off of what Trump says, which yeah, don't. I mean, the guy will flip like will say one thing one day and say something else the next. The guy like cannot be trusted in what he says. He also doesn't do very well at saying what his actual platform is, but we know we've seen his presidency. It was not good for people. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? He's if he's doing super conservative shit, what does it matter if deep
No,
down
I, I
inside
get
he
I
doesn't
get what you're
care? You know what I
saying.
mean?
I'm just saying, like, I feel like I don't think that he went from, I don't think most people who are like 70 years old go from being a Democrat to a Republican because they had some sort of like real genuine ideological shift. Like, I was just saying, I
Sure.
think that
Yeah, yeah.
he changed it just because it was strategic. That I'm not saying that if he got elected again he wouldn't be act conservative. I mean,
Right.
or that he hasn't didn't
Right.
when he got elected. Um, and I'm certainly not endorsing him, but I
Right.
wouldn't be surprised if, like, in his second term, like, he wasn't as conservative because he can't get reelected because he's term limited, or if more likely,
Oh, I
after he's
disagree,
done with
Colin.
politics, I wouldn't be surprised if he just, like, wasn't actively campaigning for people once he's out, because I genuinely think he literally just cares about himself and him getting
Oh
elected and not
yeah.
like his legacy or like conservative legacy.
Right. But Colin, I think that I agree with, yeah, he's ultimately just like out for himself, but I think that that's why in a second term he won't be loosening up on the right wing stuff. He'll be leaning into it because he has like repeatedly hinted and sometimes like joked that he wants a third term. You know what I mean? He has suggested in various different ways, you know, that he's owed a third term or that like, oh, and
Yeah.
and I think, the guy, I don't think he wants to run the country, right? Like, I think he wants power. I think he wants to continue lining his pockets. I think he wants to avoid consequences for crimes he's committed and shit he's done. I think he likes the power and like what it allows him to do. I don't think he's out here for the country whatsoever. And I think a big part of that is that, yeah, he's going to do everything in his power to like never not be president, um, because he just doesn't want to like have to be a regular citizen again. You know what I mean? Like he wants to avoid.
Do you think you could see him like calling for like a push for like an amendment to like repeal like the what amendment was it that put term limits? It was like the 22nd or whatever.
I
What?
the one we passed after FDR to make sure that we never had a 4-term president again. Personally,
I understand. Okay.
yeah, personally for me, I mean, I think that's kind of a pipe dream. I think,
A pipe, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I think he would love to. I think he will try whatever he can. You know what I mean? Like the guy who asked was calling up states and asking them to find votes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it seems comical, and this is the trouble with discussing the guy, because sometimes it's like you say these things that he could do or that he could try to do, right? And it's so easy to dismiss because it seems like cartoon villain like, right? Like really, like you say, oh, is he really going to try to like, I mean, not that he personally has the power to actually like repeal an amendment. That's not how that works. The
Right.
president doesn't write the Constitution, but he has positioned himself with allies in certain places and is furthering, we know whether you believe that he is behind or down with Project 2025 or not, like there is an apparatus surrounding him in furtherance of like further capturing these different positions that will further empower him to do whatever the fuck he wants. And as much as it may seem like cartoon villainish to be like he wants a third term now, because we're like, okay, but like really, like we're in the United States of America, this is democracy. The man called up states and asked them to find votes. Like we have to accept that this man, there's no like reasonable like line for him. Does that make sense? Like there's no line where he's like, okay, well now it's getting a little bit, that's
Yeah.
one step too far against democracy. Like the man doesn't give a shit about democracy. He doesn't give a shit.
He's
He's
definitely incapable of like acting outside of his own self-interest for sure.
Yeah,
And that's like one of my biggest
I believe
issues.
so.
I think one thing that also gets missed is I think he genuinely has that paranoia that there's a dark state or like a deep state that's operating against him. And, I think he genuinely believes that like elections are rigged, they have that power, and that these faceless entities are trying to take him down. I don't know. I think he actually believes that stuff for whatever reason.
Well, so I think it's this weird. I think he exists in this sort of like weird half kind of thing where I think he knows it's bullshit. I think because also he was being told it was bullshit, and like we have plenty of people who were around him who were like, no, he was told, he knows. So like either we are acknowledging that the man just cannot comprehend basic information that is handed to him, in which case he should absolutely not be in charge of anything. Or like what I think it is, I think the guy is used to lying and therefore creating his own reality, right? Like we know, like he is convicted of fraud, and we know that he is like on, some documents he'll say his net worth is one thing and like his businesses are worth, another thing. It's like, and in any scenario he will say whatever he feels he needs to say to get what he wants. And I think it's less like this idea of he genuinely thinks that it was out here being rigged, and more just like this guy has like lived his life being able to lie his way into getting whatever he wants for the most part. And I think he partially thinks everyone operates that way. Partially because I feel like if you operate that way, it's hard not to feel like everyone's doing that personally. But also like, I think he's just like, he just can't believe, I think to him, it's like, he can't believe that all his like attempts at cheating, frankly, didn't work. Because I mean, it is crazy that they didn't work, right? Like it is kind of crazy that he was willing to try to do so many fucked up things, and it still didn't work, and he still lost. Like I can see an outrage where he's like, well, they must have cheated harder than I did because I cheated my ass off. You know what I mean? Like I think it's like this, it exists in this weird sort of like in between thing.
I like that theory. I'm going to run with that theory. That's an interesting one.
I think that's exactly it, actually. He always accuses people of things that he's doing, right? And he tried to steal an election. Right. He managed to in 2016 through Russia collusion and Facebook. And sure. In 2020, he failed. And so therefore, the other people were doing what he was doing. It's right. The most obvious explanation for this.
Right. Well, because he's also like, and if you think about the deep state thing, hey, can you guys mute if you're not, we're hearing a lot of background stuff. Brett, I think that's you. Thank you. So one thing, like the deep state thing, it's like, it makes sense if like, turned off.
Well, he has his own
echo,
deep state,
Brad. Sorry,
right?
Okay, thank you. Sorry,
Trump has his own infrastructure, his own deep state. Which is well, I mean, the media, the right-leaning media that follows his every word, right? And so why wouldn't the left operate the same way, is his way of thinking. It's an entirely narcissistic point of view where his experience is being projected onto every other person. And I think Democrats are underestimating his ability to cheat. And in the next 3 months, we're going to end up with a massive amount of disinformation, misinformation through very interesting ways that we will not be able to stop because people have been shown to be vulnerable to this. So right. I think the confidence that Democrats have right now with, slightly leading in the polls is it's kind of optimistic because people are going to be manipulated and tricked, and a very big percentage of people will be from between now and then. And people think it's a fair fight on the left. It is not going to be a fair fight. Doesn't matter how popular Kamala is, Trump is going to do his best in order to find ways to get these votes, whether legally or illegally.
We'll do whatever it takes. Because also, I know everyone's like, well, it'd be great to have a businessman doing this, right? But also, it's like, not only is that just like really silly when you start to think of it, like we live in a capitalist society. Voters' live content is flagged for civic and election integrity. Uh-oh. It's telling me I have to...
Yeah, and anytime you talk about the electoral process, they're gonna flag you.
Well,
Like,
I've never gotten. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but this is a new one. I'm trying to think what exactly you might have said to trigger that.
deep
Oh boy.
state is a key. Deep state gets people triggered.
Okay.
Election fraud gets people triggered. Anything along those lines.
Okay. Okay. So we should be careful about that. Should I restart?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me restart the live, guys. I'm
You know
sorry.
what I think?
Sorry. What? Can I? Sorry. Can I restart the live? You guys can find me and hop right back on. Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna do that right now. Hey, Colin. Sorry about that. Sorry,
Yeah,
everyone.
no worries. Hey, one thing I was gonna say,
Mm-hmm.
about how like people always say like Democrats like control like misinformation or whatever. What I
Mm.
found so like shocking was that like didn't Lauren Ingram like literally have like a position in the Trump administration like while she was like doing her thing on Fox News?
Did
Which
she?
like yeah, I remember like reading that like because there were texts released to Trump's chief of staff Mark Meadows that showed them like directly contacting him during like January 6th and that like they were like
Oh,
essentially like
yeah.
working with them. And I thought I also read that she had some sort of like tied to the White House while she was like doing that,
Yeah.
which is
So
like
she.
oh sorry.
Well, so no, it's sorry, I cut you off, but January 6th, the texts and stuff, yeah, I mean, he and his administration were all very close with Fox News, so people, associated with Fox and stuff were in fact texting people in the administration being like, you gotta tell the guy to fucking call it off, that's not because they had an official position. I pulled it up. She acted as an informal advisor to the administration. So, informal. I'm not sure. Well, flouting journalistic ethical norms. Yes.
Right.
Um.
I feel like that's definitely less of a reach though to be like that for people to be like, oh, well, Republicans control their media or whatever, when she acted as an advisor, than to say like people on CNN who just simply are biased towards liberals are
Mhm.
somehow controlling the media. When, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think any like people on like news like worked with like the Obama or Biden administration.
I mean, not that we've seen, outside of like, it is normal for the press secretary and like the press that cover the White House like do have some ties to the White House, but more so in that they are getting information from the White House. Like it's not so much like a back and forth. They're not like it's not like you're not having a conversation about like, oh, this is like the narrative we want to push and like this is da da da. No, but obviously like the White House speaks to the press. They have the press briefings and stuff, and the press secretary tends to know who all the journalists are in the room. But that's both people who are sympathetic to the administration and not sympathetic. Yeah, it's a very different sort of situation. I'm just like trying to get ahead of anyone being like, oh, but they know each other. It's like, well, yeah, they see each other regularly on a daily basis or a weekly basis because most publications have someone on the like White House beat, right? They have a journalist that is specifically tasked with covering White House news and stuff. Um, but that's a very different situation, right? It's very different.
But wouldn't you still say like her position or whatever as you read like was still kind of unethical?
Oh
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm saying her the closeness with which, yes, she like it passed, like she was not acting in accordance to those norms is more my point. Where like it is normal for journalists, for reporters, especially like who report on the White House, to like be known to the White House and, at the very least be able to get like certain statements from White House officials on occasion and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like there is a journalistic uh relationship there just by nature of being an institution that is often newsworthy, right? And yes, that is very different from Laura Ingraham basically acting as an unofficial or informal advisor while also reporting on the administration. Like that is a conflict of interest at the very least. At the very least, it's like, how can you be reporting on something? How can you be trusted to be reporting on an administration, like, honestly, when you are also so clearly like biased towards them and like advising them? Yeah, it's
right.
huge issues there.
Because it's like you're as a, I guess, conservative, like her, like conservative, like news channel. It should be like, this is how us as conservatives react to whatever development happened, rather than
Mm.
like in this case, it could be like him telling her like his take or whatever, and her essentially acting at, or anyone I guess in Fox who maybe also were informal advisors, or like almost acting as like press secretaries, like reporting what how Trump wanted them to report.
Right. Yeah. I think that's the key piece here, right? It's less about like the White House putting out a statement that anyone can then report on. It's about there's a conversation happening, which is like, hey, we really want you to report on this in this way. Or like, hey, we'd really like you to not report on this, or say, like push it this way, push it that way, like focus on this. That is not an ethical approach to reporting on something. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I remember also reading that there used to be like a policy that like Reagan, I guess, changed or something, where like news channels used to have to be a little bit more like equal and like how much they covered of like both Democrats and Republicans. I don't know if you ever heard anything
I
about
believe
that.
there was like a neutrality act, I believe, or some legislation. Hey guys, we just had to restart the live. Please like and share it so we can try to get back to where we were just at. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, I have a little dog in my lap and it sounded like she was about to hurl. Oh. What are you about to hurl? Oh. Oh. Sorry, I've got a dog who's spit it out. No? Nothing? Oh boy. Oh boy. Sorry. Dog sitting right now. Um yeah, sorry. Go ahead. What were we saying? Hi. It is a
No, you're
little
good.
gremlin. It is a mini dachshund, yes. She's my girlfriend's sister's dog. We're taking care of her this week. Are you doing okay? Uh-oh. I think, uh-oh. Philippe, are you in here?
Hey, I'm probably gonna hop off, but thanks
Okay.
for
Sorry.
having me
I'm
up.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Like derailed.
I have to leave pretty soon. But thanks for having me on. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. All right, if anyone wants to hop on. Sorry, we just had to restart the live. I know I can see already that not everyone found us again. Yeah, I saw your message, Taters. That's, two. On the third one, you will get booted for spamming. It's not even clever. It's not even clever. Riz, chill. It's okay. Here, you want to come up? Go, girl. All right, who's next? Who's next? Who wants to hop up next? If you were the guest before, if you were among the guests before we had to restart, please request again. I'd love to have you back on if you were on here earlier. I feel like TikTok banned the person, or at least is like dissuading the person who got flagged last time from joining again, unfortunately. Thank you, Chawaiian. Thank you for the likes. All right. I mean, I guess I'm not sure if our previous guests. There we go. I know, sorry. A ghost. Sorry, we had to restart the live. Hi, Joshua. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Oh, that's fair, Chawaiian. I don't know who that is, Taters. God, can you imagine if I fucking killed my boyfriend's sister's dog? She's fine. Hi, Joshua.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
We had to restart the live.
Oh.
I'm a little scared. I got this puppy here, and she started like dry heaving in my lap. I'm dog sitting her the first time ever. She's my boyfriend's sister's dog. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill this dog somehow. How is this happening? Oh, whoops! Unalive this dog. Unalive
You'll
this
be
dog.
fine. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I saw the dog that you had in the live yesterday. You'll be fine.
Yeah, this one's my dog, and the mini dachshund is
a little mini hot dog.
Yeah, mini hot. She's so tiny and like fragile.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm so afraid you could just literally just roll over and crush her. That's what I'm so afraid.
Oh, she'll be fine. She is so small.
She's so small.
So small. SMOL.
So small. Hi, Andrew.
Did you know that dachshunds were bred to like hunt badgers?
Badgers specifically?
Yeah, you actually, so it breaks down. I mean, it's in the name actually because it's just German. So Dachs is badger, DACHS, and then Hund is dog. So it literally just translates to badger dog.
Badger hunting. That's cool. I feel like I knew that they were bred to thank you, Cottage. Thank you for the heart me. I knew that they were bred to hunt small animals. Like, so are Cavaliers. You know, Cavaliers are bred as literal foot warmers and to hunt small animals like birds and like rodents and stuff. But so they're bred to sleep on the bed and like at people's feet and on their laps like royalty to keep them warm.
Oh,
literally.
Oh my gosh.
That's why they're very cuddly.
My first dog growing up was a Dachshund.
That makes sense.
And
Really?
her name was Mandy.
Oh,
I
Mandy.
I miss her so fucking much. She passed away, I want to say in 97, 98. But you know.
Yeah.
She lives forever in my heart.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Don't they
Oh
always?
yeah.
Don't they always?
I think
Yeah.
you're gonna. I think you're gonna be a great dog sitter because you are already a great dog mom.
Thank you. I don't know about
yeah.
that, but
Nah,
thank you.
nah, you're fine. You're doing great, kid.
Yeah, shucks. All right. All
Yeah.
right. What'd you come up here to talk about other than how wonderful I am at everything?
Well, I do gotta represent my. So we all know about the VP pick now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. I'm a little conflicted. So
Okay.
Walz is actually my governor. I am from the North Star State.
Nice.
Wasn't not a North Star native. I moved here during the pandemic, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm a Wisconsin native, which is totally different.
Wisconsin.
It is a totally different ballgame. It's like like that. Like Wisconsin's the Florida of Canada. Minnesota is like the Louisiana of Canada.
Okay.
Because we've got so many lakes. But
All right.
no, yeah, no, it's. I don't know.
Actually,
I'm a little.
that makes sense. I could see that. Okay.
Yeah, see, right? But like, I'm a little conflicted with the pick because it's like, on one hand, it makes a lot of sense because, I guess in terms of getting votes and like rallying the base, Walz did a really good job of just kind of bringing the dad energy and just being like, yeah, these Trump supporters are weird. That did a lot social media wise. That took off. However, this guy sent in the National Guard into the Twin Cities during the uprisings, and that fucked up a lot of people. A lot of what happened during the uprisings here was really nothing. I mean, I shouldn't say nothing, but on the part of the state government, they haven't done anything.
Well,
All
in
they've
what
done is
sense? In what sense?
They haven't done anything in terms of police reform. They certainly haven't done anything with regards to, I mean, I guess you could say that no real steps have been made towards any sort of like investigative action against the police departments, and looking at like essentially how terrible and how racist they can be.
Okay.
I guess the way that I would also look at it is there was the overall continued practice of policing protesters who want to exercise their.
So he announced back in 2021 executive action on community safety and police reform that increased transparency and accountability while investing in violence prevention programs.
That was in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. Oh, I'm sorry. You froze for a sec. Okay, well. Okay, shit. That's one good thing at least.
Well,
I guess I would say it doesn't really change. Yeah, but I mean, like they were still like they were using rubber bullets. Like one of my friends here in the cities was like, at one point was basically doing mutual aid by like just working as a medic in a utility van, and there were a lot of people that got fucked up because they were shot with rubber bullets.
Careful with the language.
Oh, sorry. They were pew-pewed with rubber.
Or hit with rubber projectiles. Yeah.
They were hit with rubber projectiles, going at either sonic or mildly subsonic speeds.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying. I'm just giving you options other than pew pew because I hate it. It just like it removes the like seriousness of it.
I appreciate
entirely.
that.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate. I don't want to get your live flag.
So I guess part of this like executive
and also,
action included.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it investing $15 million in community violence prevention grants, increasing transparency and accountability of the POST board. It might be unlocked, Philippe.
Okay.
Enacting policy changes to state video footage. Basically, that will allow families suffering from the loss of a loved one in a deadly force encounter with police to view video of the incident within 5 days. Damn, that's actually pretty legit.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I take a lot of what I said back. All right. Now here's the kicker. He canceled a meeting with Palestinian refugees when he found out
Sorry.
that I don't. Granted, though, I only know the. I don't know if this is. I don't know necessarily how accurate this is, but from what I've heard, he sit-down event with Palestinian refugees when he found out that they actually had policy demands that they wanted to essentially like just using his position to advocate.
You're coming in and out, Josh. Sorry, you've been hopping in and out. Your sound has been like cutting in and out. I'm sorry, I keep muting myself because the dogs are going crazy because Philippe just got here. It'll pass. Sorry, so you're saying, I heard this, either you said it or someone said this, that he canceled a meeting with PAL refugees. Let's also be careful about using that word. When he heard that they had actual policy demands. Do you have a source on that? Because I just Googled Tim Walz PAL refugees to see.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can.
All right, perfect. I don't have a source on that right now.
Okay.
I think I was just doom scrolling through TikTok and I saw it, so I could very well be wrong.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
hope that I am wrong on this point.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Now I Googled more specifically. Tim Walz cancels meeting with PAL refugees. I'm not seeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Okay. Shit.
That might have been.
Well, that may have just been bullshit, I suppose.
There you go. Fact check your TikToks, guys, including me. Fact check me, please. But I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm sure that if you saw that, you're not the only one. But also, maybe it's an anecdotal thing or something that someone was like, "Hey, I set a meeting and da-da-da." But I'd love to see receipts or see some sort of vetting of that story because I could claim the same thing right now too.
Right. No, I'll check that out. I'll do some extra digging and see what I find because, yeah, I'll scroll through my like watch history because I know I saw it earlier today when I was doom scrolling.
Yeah. When aren't we doom scrolling? Doom scroll through life. Hi. Cool. So anything else that you don't like about Walz?
You look in the hole. No,
you're coming in and out.
I'd say that's about it. God damn it! How's this?
I think it's better.
Any
It's
better?
just sometimes it cuts out for a moment.
Yeah, I am moving around, so that's probably why. No, I mean not really. That's about it. I would like to be wrong about being so pessimistic, and I'm glad that I've been wrong today.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I would like to be wrong for once I would like the worst case scenario that I cynically predict to not be the case every now and then.
Oh yeah, no, that I was saying that 2016. I was like, I just kept repeating it over and over again, like especially like leading into actual election day and stuff. I was like, listen, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope she wins. Because people were like, you excited? We're going to get the first female president today. And I was like, I hope so. I certainly hope you're right.
The hubris.
Yep.
You're right about that. That was Well, I mean, I don't know. Are you familiar? Have you heard anything with regards to that? Are you like, have you seen any of the emails from WikiLeaks?
I mean, I have back when they were more in the news and they were more relevant. What are you specifically referring to?
I can't remember the email specifically, but it was one that was circulated within the DNC, and essentially that it stipulated that this was way before. This was like when there were just nominees. It was like before the big primaries and everything for either party. But essentially, I can't say with regards if the DNC specifically did this due to some animus with Bernie Sanders. But they basically stated in this email that what they wanted to do was I don't know how, but essentially make. Remember how like earlier on, like Trump was like just absolute dog shit. You remember that?
Just early on?
Yeah, and in the RNC, early in the RNC, like he was doing terribly.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So around that time, you had an email from the DNC that was circulating, which was basically saying, yeah, like we're going to try to push Trump as a candidate, somehow. I have no idea how the DNC was able to do that. So that way they could push Clinton as the logical default. Mm-hmm. And that's the sort of thing that plays into this hubris that you mentioned, this sort of like, oh yeah, no, like there's no way people would not choose. There's no way that Americans would not choose the logical option, which is just, honey, you don't know who you're talking to. It's like,
yeah,
the Americans have never been logical.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that actually, and thank you for reminding me of it, because I was telling my aunt this very thing the other day. I was like, like the fucking DNC, because we were talking about this, where I was like, I hope the DNC doesn't learn the wrong lesson from this, from everyone being excited about Kamala. I was like, just, don't let them walk away with the wrong lesson. And she was like, oh, like, what do you mean? No, of course not. And I was like, I mean, they literally did this and that. And one of the things I mentioned was like, they propped Trump up, purposefully, because they thought they could beat him more. They are responsible. They're partially responsible for giving us that man. Yep. And she was like, no, was it? I was like, yeah, dude. But then she was like, I mean, I remember the emails of them doing that for more local candidates. And I was like, yes. And then I started questioning myself, where I was like, oh, maybe I'm just remembering it. Maybe it's just like the local things and it wasn't actually Trump. But so I'm glad you just reminded me, because I just found, I just Googled it and found, I'm going to find a second source just to verify. But
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some serious bullshit.
Yeah.
The call, as the kids say, the call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah. I mean, I understand as a tactic, on paper, it sounds like it makes sense, right? But
yeah.
Oh, Shapiro's taking the stage. All right, should we turn this up and maybe listen in on it a little bit?
Oh dear.
You gotta be careful with what's visible. Let's see what happens. I mean, I feel like my live is still flagged from before the restart, so can't get any worse, right?
Right.
Can you guys hear?
I can barely hear it. I'm actually going to be dropping. I'm almost at my favorite lake that I like to go swimming and whatnot.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah, one of the 10,000 lakes. But I'll see y'all later.
Nice.
Thanks for having me up.
Thank you for hopping back on.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Bye. Can you guys hear that okay?
G, S,
Oh, Lord. Okay. This is a rally. Kamala Walsh rally. I do have to interject occasionally, otherwise I might get flagged, just based on the audio. Sorry, Joy. Yeah, it's Walls. Tim Walls. It's announced this morning. Okay. Hi, Remy. Thank you. I do this sometimes. Sometimes it gets me flagged, but I try to do it, for things like this, for events like this. Thank you, Remy. It's pretty cozy. It's a little messy right now. I should probably cut part of it off just to be safe. Me too, Chihuahua. We're not going back. Damn. Wow. Energizing. I agree. Hi. You want come back up. Jeez. She was like driving. No. Aiden Ross? I don't know anything about that, GC. What is that? I do. That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, Lord. Gifts him a Cybertruck and a Rolex? Jesus. It's because he knows he's poor. Yeah, is it Fiasco? I mean, I don't know how that. I assume they're like personal gifts in order to avoid campaign finance laws, right? So Trump can turn around and sell them. Hey. Did you bring oat milk?
If I hear you right, and I think I do, you're chanting, he's a weirdo. Which means, man, I love you, Philly.
Are they really, Joanne? Oh, I hope so. That'd be fucking great.
He's a weirdo. And you heard of my good friend and our next vice president, Tim Walz. Tim Walz, in his beautiful Midwestern plain-spoken way, he summed up J.D. Vance the best. He's a weirdo. And I want to talk about Tim Walz. Billy, in a minute,
Oh, really, Joanne?
I want you to give him a whole lot of love. Tim Walz is a great man. Tim Walz is an outstanding governor. Tim Walz is a teacher. Tim Walz is a
You're on camera.
Tim Walz is a great patriot.
You're on camera. Just a second. That's my man. Yeah,
Tim Walz is a dear
Tim
Walz.
Tim Walz. Tim Walz. Go Tim. Go Tim. Thank you.
They are outstanding.
It's beautiful.
And I
Wow.
can't wait for you, Philly, the rest of this Commonwealth, and our entire country to get the chance to know the Walzes, the
Oh boy, really?
President and Second Lady of this nation. I think it is big, and it is special that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have chosen
I may have to restart the live again after this whole rally thing. I think I'm getting in a little bit of trouble. So I'm not seeing anything about. The only thing I'm seeing is that The Guardian asked, is it a campaign finance violation?
The other side, Trump and his sycophants, let me tell you something. They love to talk a good game about freedom, right? They love to quote themselves in
does he actually think that, or is he just pretending to? Because it's not actually all that popular among Republicans either, as it turns out.
It's not freedom to say you can go to work, but you can't join a union. That's not freedom.
It's good.
It's not freedom to tell women what they're allowed to do with their bodies. That's not freedom. It's not. It's not. Maybe it's not. No, it's not. It is not. And it won't be that way when Kamala Harris is our president. And it sure as hell isn't freedom to say you can go vote, but he's going to pick the winner. That is not freedom.
Yeah.
That's not what patriots have fought for over the years. It is not.
Do you know how many speakers there are meant to be tonight?
Tim Walz are for. They are for
I hope it
real
doesn't go
freedom.
on forever.
They are. The kind of real freedom that comes when we look that young girl in North Philly in the eye and we invest in her public school because we believe in her. We believe in real freedom, the kind of freedom that comes when we invest in our police and we invest in our communities because we believe that young girl should walk to and from school safely and back to her mama at the end of the night. We believe in real freedom where the young girl can grow up and be whatever she wants. She can be a welder. She can go to college. She can be who she is. That is real freedom, and that is what we are fighting for. We believe in the kind of real freedom where she grows up in a community where she can breathe clean air and drink clean water and know that she will leave an environment to the next generation that is great for her kids and her grandkids. And Kamala Harris and Tim Walz believe in a real freedom where you can marry who you love and be who you are.
Freedom. Sorry to Wyan. Philippe is boiling water for me right now for my tea.
Freedom is on the ballot. And our fundamental freedoms are at risk. And I know when it's at risk, it's easy to feel
With sugar too,
uneasy.
please.
And it's easy to get down. Well, let me tell you something, Philly. Let me tell you something, Pennsylvania.
With
Let me
sugar,
tell you
please.
something, America. I am more optimistic than ever.
Hi, Devontae. How's it going? I fucked up my live. I had a lot more people in here earlier, and then we were talking about Trump's lies about the election, and then we got flagged, and so we decided to restart it. And unfortunately, it was not a very friendly restart.
Nearly 2.5 centuries ago. You see, they came together. They came together to declare our independence from a king, and we're not going back to a king.
It's been good, Mike. How about yours? I'm excited. Walls is Kamala's pick. Tim Walls.
We're not going back.
Oh, you did? Did I just was it right as I was coming off?
They came together and they said, we are going to form a union. And over the last 248 years, the reason why
Sorry.
I'm hopeful,
Sorry, I'm yawning
as
too.
we've written this American story over the last
The
2.5
baby.
centuries, it's been ordinary Americans taking up the baton from those patriots Cecil B. Moore understood that responsibility. Gen Z, when they're organizing on TikTok, understand that responsibility.
Hey, shout out to us.
Today, because the task of perfecting our union, the task of defending our fundamental
To the window. To the walls.
to freedom-loving Americans all across this great country, and to the good people of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania who will decide this next election and understand our unique responsibility. I love you too, and this is a moment where we all have to understand that while we'll see Kamala Harris and Tim Walz' names on the ballot, that this election isn't just about their names on this ballot. This election is about all of you. And whether or not
I disagree,
you're willing
Power,
to do this
Grace.
hard work to fight for our freedom,
I'm glad it's Walls.
do this hard work that started here 200
Shapir's a great speaker, but it comes across as a little disingenuous. Also, apparently there's some skeletons in the guy's closet, like accusations of SA and stuff. Thank you. A certain article written or opinion piece written about Pal. No Chiefs, it's a chocolate.
preach it, y'all, but I want to tell you what my faith teaches me. My faith teaches me that no one is required to complete the task, but neither are we free to refrain from it. That means that each of us has a responsibility.
Walls, I think, is good.
Get off the sidelines, to get in the
Someone pointed out that he's like
do our part. Are you ready to do
middle.
your part? Are you ready to
Like, I thought his record would be a lot more progressive than it is, but
Are you ready to build
as governor,
where no matter
he has
look like, where you come from,
he signed a lot of like legislation into law that's pretty progressive that I like, but also, oh, and he's like, someone said he's got a quote like, one man's socialism is another man's something, I don't know. But he was a high school social studies teacher, which is like public school social studies teacher, which is like a small thing, but to me, I'm like, oh, finally, a fucking president who's like taking a social studies class, not just taking it, taught it, probably understands like history and stuff like that. Military experience, yeah. He's got 24 years in the National Guard. He after the George Floyd stuff, he okay, I have to turn the sound down when it's like Mad Owl and stuff, because then that's what can really flag me. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, after George Floyd and stuff, he signed. We were just reading through this, some like executive action that for like police reform and like violence reduction programs, putting like $15 million towards violence reduction programs, and then also changing police body cam procedure so that any like the family of someone who has passed in an altercation or like in some sort of incident with the police has the right to see the footage within like 6 days of the passing. Like, they're entitled to see that footage no matter what it shows. Yeah, he's done some cool stuff. Yeah, free lunch to all. Is it all kids? All elementary school kids in Minnesota. He codified. I mean, again, this is like he signed. Some of these things are things he signed into law that were legislation that was passed. The executive action, that was him, but under him they codified Roe v. Wade, or abortion, the right to an abortion in the Minnesota Constitution. Yeah, that's true idea. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much school, isn't it? It's just a series of timeshare presentations. Oh, really? Legal Green? He's also the guy who came up with he's like really personable too. You know what I mean? Like he's from a conservative rural area. The guy comes across as like pretty fucking genuine and stuff. And he's got that I think he's got like the right idea. It seems like so simple, right? But he's the guy who first called like Republicans and like Trump weird, which is like caught on, right? Such a simple thing, such a silly thing, but I think it points to the fact that like the guy knows how to just like speak in like have a conversation with voters, you know what I mean? In that doesn't feel like patronizing, and it also doesn't feel like manufactured. It doesn't feel like, I don't know, just overly intellectualized, which, I'm not trying to call voters stupid, but it's like people want to be spoken to like fucking like when they're making decisions about their day-to-day life, they want to be hearing about them and like thinking about them in terms of their day-to-day life. And sometimes like just talking to them as if they're humans rather than coming up with like really like good sounding stump speeches that are really written by writers for writers and by politicians for politicians. Like sometimes you just need someone who's like good just naturally like that. Hi, Non. What's up? Exactly, power and grace. Common man for the common man. But like one of the good ones. Oh, also lots of pro labor stuff too. A lava cake. Thank you, Non, for the. I don't even know what that was. A naughty chicken? Am I the naughty chicken? And woman, exactly, power. Well, that's cool, Maddie. There you go, Kat. Thank you, Maddie. Fucking shots fired. What's her face? Oh my god, what's her name? She's the blonde MSNBC anchor person who used to work. She's a Republican, or she used to be a Republican. She worked for like George Bush and stuff. She's like so fucking fed up with her old party. She does not hold back. So I don't know if you can hear. Thank you, Lewis Samuel. Thank you, Lewis. Nicole Wallace. Thank you, Maddie. Yeah, that was gonna kill me. Love her, right? Love her. She just. I wasn't listening, but they were talking either about Walls or Shapiro. I think probably Walls. and saying like, oh yeah, this and that, like good this, good that. And then she goes, and he's also, also really good at the governing part, which I know, which Republicans don't care about, or which is the part Republicans don't care about. But she just like will have these moments. She's so fucking mad at them. You can just tell. She was like a lifelong Republican and just was like, I love it. Thank you, Lewis. You too. Chill out, guys. Chill. You're okay, Chief. I'll grab you in a second. I'm excited to hear Tim Wall speak because I've just heard the only things I've seen and heard are like snippets from interviews where he was speaking just like naturally, you know what I mean? Um Oh yeah, Moon? And who's that? Who's the person on top? Yeah. Although simp someone look what up, man? Who's in charge? It's kind of a general thing to Google, isn't it? Why don't you tell me who's in charge? Um Me too, none. Um yeah. I don't know what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. I guess I was saying I'm excited to hear Tim Walz speak because like I've only seen him like in interviews, like speaking naturally, which he excels at, clearly. I'm buying my ticket. Ticket to what? A little standoff between the Jeeps. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that into the mic. I'm excited, but I want this rally to like come on. You know what I mean? Let's go. Oh, are you saying I'm the person in charge? Yeah, Niani. At war with Iran. Good job, Kamala. Vice president. Not running shit in the Middle East. Good job, Kamala. Rizzo, chill. I'm in New York City. I'm too, Grimes. I'm excited. Here, I'll let you guys see this. I'll be right back. Sorry. Sorry. Can you guys hear that? She looks genuinely happy. Like, it's a good smile. Oh my god, I'm so excited. What is happening? I haven't been excited like this in years. She does, right, Hawaiian? Oh my god. They look great together. Fuck Fetterman. Tim Walz. He's the governor of Minnesota. The VP candidate. They got those campaign posters printed up real quick. All right, Devontae, sounds good. What about the pictures above me? Oh, sorry. It's for tips. Sorry, I wasn't sure if they were big enough. It's just my links for. We get debates going here, and people, donate tips. This is part of how I make a living these days. So, is that visible? I know everyone's phones are different, so it's hard to do it right. I have before non, but I have to be careful not to dox myself. I would do it, but I hide the background. Where's Cheeks though? Yeah, you did. In short, people like Donald Trump. Oh, she's good. This is Cheed. This is Philippe's sister's dog. Wanna sleep? Wanna sleep?
This campaign, our campaign, is not just a fight against Donald Trump. Our campaign, this campaign, is a fight for the future. It's a fight for the future. In Pennsylvania,
This is in Philly.
fight for a
It's a rally.
with affordable housing, affordable health care, affordable child care, paid leave. We fight for a future where we build a broad-based economy, where every American has the opportunity to own a home, to start a business, and to build wealth. We fight for a future where we bring down prices that are still too high and lower the cost of living for America's families. So that they have the chance not just to get by, but to get ahead. We fight for a future where we defend our most fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to love who you love openly and with pride.
Good.
And the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having the government tell her what to do.
Look over.
So here's the thing. Since the day that I announced my candidacy, I've set out to find a partner who can help build this brighter future.
Thank you for the rose, Nom.
A leader who will help
Roses. Thank
unite
you, Nom.
our nation and move us forward. A fighter for the middle class. A patriot who believes as I do in the extraordinary promise of America. A promise of freedom, opportunity, and justice, not just for some, but for all. So Pennsylvania, I'm here today because I found such a leader.
Cute.
Governor Tim Walz of the great state of Minnesota.
He's just so cute. Like, as far as old white men go, Tim Walz is pretty cute. You know? I could see him as my granddad.
To those who know him best, Tim is more than a governor. To his wife, Gwen, he is a husband. To his kids, Hope and Gus, he is a dad. To his fellow veterans, he is Sergeant Major Walls. To the people of southern Minnesota, for 12 years, he was congressman.
12 years. Not bad.
To his former high
Mm. Jeeves is fascinated by this.
Former high school football players, he was coach.
Coach. To us, he'll be VP. He'll be vice president.
The nation will know Coach Walt by another name, Vice President of the United States.
Sounds good, John. Mm.
So, America, to some folks, they're just getting to know Coach Walt's story. And I'll tell you, he is the proud product of a middle-class family in rural Nebraska. He is a veteran who served our
She's
nation
literally
in
falling
uniform
asleep
for
here
more than
like this.
2 decades as a member of the Army National Guard, and he went to college on the GI Bill. He is someone who, long before he entered politics, worked as a teacher.
Chips.
When Coach Walls and his wife Gwen moved from his native Nebraska to Minnesota nearly 30 years ago, they both took jobs at the local high school. Coach Walls taught
Yeah,
social studies.
exactly.
Gwen taught
This
English.
is Cheeps. Dog sitting. This is Philippe's sister's dog.
After school,
She's so cute.
Tim
She's so
was the
tiny.
linebackers coach for the football team. Where I've heard the stories about he had a knack
She's like
for using
just
the game of
watching the
football
TV
to teach
nonstop.
life lessons. He saw the potential in kids who sometimes didn't even see it in themselves.
Oh, hi. Oh.
Under those Friday
Do they want treats?
Coach Walls
Like, are we getting
motivated his
treats?
players to believe they could achieve anything. And together,
Yes, Non.
defy the odds
I think it'd be fun.
in the South.
I'd do it for the
Going
plot,
from
you know.
English record to the school's first ever state championship.
I saw that. Thank you. Chat says hi to you. Chat. Flip says hi.
Hi, chat.
Hi, chat.
Did you see the milk?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Vitamin water.
And I'll say and I'll add, Tim wasn't only a role model on the football field. Around that same time,
Secretary
Walls was approached by a
of
student in his social studies class. The young man was one of the first openly gay students at the school and was hoping to
I don't
start
know
a
what.
gay-straight
What do you guys
alliance.
think? What cabinet position would be best suited? What would I be best suited for? There she blows.
Knew the signal that it would send to have a football coach get involved.
That is pretty cool. FCC director. I don't think that's a cabinet position. Non. Cornholio of Cornholio.
To be the group's faculty advisor.
That sounds right.
And that students have said he made the school a safe place for everybody.
Power and Grace, are you still in here?
In the high school yearbook, the students voted Coach Walls the quote most inspiring faculty member.
Liz, chill. Chill.
Tim Walz was the kind of teacher and mentor that every child in America dreams of having.
Okay.
And that every kid deserves.
Secretary of Common Sense. I like that then.
Because he's the kind
I
of
accept.
who makes people feel like they belong and then inspires them to
I used to know, John.
And that's the kind of vice president he will be.
I should know. Are they kind of in charge of like dealing with Congress and stuff?
So it was Coach Walz's students who actually helped him decide to run for office.
Oh, never mind.
12 years in Congress, representing a
Management and conservation of most federal land along with natural resources. Boring. It's pretty important. I guess I'd do it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll make everything a national park again. Fine. Would you, John? Oh, I feel like I could be Secretary of State, right? If I was like, all right, settle down, settle. I mean, I lead some debates. I usually get people to calm the fuck down and talk to each other for a little bit. I guess I could probably be Secretary of State, sorta, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I would actually be all that good at it.
In Washington, Tim worked to raise the minimum wage. To protect the freedom of workers to join a union.
Housing and urban development. Nice. You got a lot of ideas, John? Like?
And he cast one of the critical votes to pass the Affordable Care Act. Which, of course, gave health insurance to tens of millions of Americans. I'm going to tell you, when we win, Tim and I will continue to make the Affordable Care Act even stronger. Dealing with on the other side. So on that last topic,
Fired. Nice, John.
and the Affordable Care Act. And take us back to a time when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. You remember what that was like? Children with asthma, breast cancer survivors, grandparents with diabetes. Well, Governor Walz and I will not let that happen. Because we believe healthcare should be a right and not just a privilege for those who can afford it. As governor, Tim has continued to fight for families. He secured paid leave for workers in Minnesota.
You bought what? For what? Chai?
And he refused
with oat milk.
as governor to allow any student in their public school.
This is the game, Joker. This is the game.
So he made school breakfast and lunch free for every child.
That's crazy. Breakfast and lunch for every child. Free. So fucking basic, and yet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you do, Remy. Alright, John, you're hired. You're hired. I don't get to hire you, but I'll put in a good word with my boss. Not even a little bit, Joker. But I do have a great, great man it could make you a sandwich if you really want that.
Fight for the future of the middle class, and it is a fight for freedom. In this moment, we are witnessing a full-on attack against hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights. Take reproductive freedom. Now think about this. Donald Trump said he wants to punish women. And as a result of his actions, today in America, 1 out of 3 women live in a state with a Trump abortion ban.
Fucked up. See, this is why I don't agree with the whole leave it up to the states. This is how you know that people don't actually have fucking morals and stuff. If you're willing to leave it up to the states, that means that you don't have principles. You don't care about people, what they're going through. All you want is to control as much as you can. And you'll settle for controlling your state for now. Exactly, Remy.
And so let me say about Tim Walz, he has shown up to stand against these attacks long before he stood on the stage with me. After Roe was overturned, he was the first governor in the country to sign a new law that enshrined reproductive freedom as a fundamental right.
Hi, Eleanor.
And with Tim Walz by my side,
I agree, Remy.
President of the United States, and we win majorities in the United States Congress, we will pass a bill to restore.
I thought the guy only ate McDonald's Joker pills. I guess technically you could count the burgers a sandwich. I'm sure some of them were prepared by women.
As governor, he signed the most significant expansion of voting rights in Minnesota in over 50 years.
I will say it's interesting, Joker. I mean, you're in here a lot. You say some dumb shit, but I can't help but notice that you and everyone, I mean, you're not unique in this, but you tend to ramp up the misogyny whenever you get insecure about how well a woman is doing. Correlation? Causation? Not sure. Thank you for the likes, Eleanor. I'm sure, Joker. Hard to believe you broke up with your mom.
And together, when we win in November, we are finally going to pass universal background.
Are you, Joker? Are you?
And an assault weapons ban. Through his work, Tim, the way I think about it, he really does shine a light
Cornholio. Right, of course.
on a brighter future that we can build together. In his state, he has been a model chief executive, and with his experience, I'm telling you, Tim Walz will be ready on day one. In fact, when you compare his resume
She's getting sassy. I love it. Hi. Hi, King of Riz.
Some might say it's like a matchup between the varsity team and the JV squad. So, Pennsylvania, ultimately in this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? A country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law, or a country of chaos, fear, and hate? And here's the beauty of our democracy. We each have the power to answer that question. We each have the power to answer that question. The power is with the people. We love our country, and I believe it is the highest form of patriotism to fight for the ideals of our country. That is how we preserve the promise of America. And after all, the promise of America is what makes it possible for two middle-class kids, one a daughter of Oakland, California, who was raised by a working mother, the other a son of the Nebraska plains who grew up working on a farm.
Me too, Eleanor.
It's the promise of America, because only in America is it possible for them together to make it all the way to the White House.
Oh, some dude made a YouTube video and you took it as gospel. Why am I not surprised?
And so, Coach Walls and I may hail from different corners of our great country, but our values are the same. And we both believe in lifting people up, not knocking them down. We both know the vast majority of people in our country have so much more in common than what separates them. When we look at folks, we see in our fellow Americans neighbors, not enemies. Not enemies. And so my promise to you is this. Our campaign will reach out to everyone, from red states to blue states.
What do you mean, Joker? This is the Philly rally. This is the game Pennsylvania is playing today.
We are running a campaign on behalf of all Americans. And when elected, we will govern on behalf of all Americans. And so, with Tim Walz by my side, and with Pennsylvania, are you ready to make your voices heard?
Hi, Nas. What's up? Hi, Philippe. I might have to like restart the live. I might have to take like a break. I think when I restarted the live earlier, I did it too quickly, so it basically restarted it as the same live. If that makes sense, like because if I disconnect and it's only been like a few minutes, it basically counts it as the same live. I think that might be part of the issue between that and this. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Philadelphia.
Yay, I'm excited to hear from him. No, I was in here earlier and we had people up here and we were like talking and someone started talking about the election lies and it triggered a whole warning that I've never seen before about like election interference and stuff. So I restarted it, but I think it was too quick. And so when I came back, there's, kind of maxed out around. I mean, I guess we hit 30 at one point, but I think I'll be too scared to, Licenzo.
Holy hell, can this
Okay.
guy bring the fire? He can bring the fire. This is a visionary leader. Also, I have to tell you, everybody in America knows when you need a bridge fixed, call that guy.
See, he does sound just like natural and like in every Shapiro sounds like a fucking politician.
And I think sometimes we forget and you see people a little one-dimensional, but seeing a guy who cares so deeply about his family, a man with compassion, vision, and I'll have to tell you this, I know this from experience. There is no one you would rather go to a Springsteen concert in Jersey with than him.
He speaks very naturally. I mean, they're like silly. They're like, silly jokes, like classic whatever speech jokes. But he actually he's definitely got like a unique style of delivery that's it doesn't have that like politician accent to it. You know what I mean?
And our two beautiful kids, Hope and Gus. I couldn't be prouder to be on this ticket and to help Vice President Harris become what we all know is very, very good for us to think about. Next President of the United States of America. From her first day as a prosecutor, as a district attorney, Attorney General of the great state of California, a United States Senator, and Vice President of the United States. Vice President Harris has fought on the side of the American people. She took on the predators, she took on the fraudsters, she took down the transnational gangs, she stood up against powerful corporate interests, and she never hesitated to reach across the aisle if it meant improving people's lives. And I want all of you to hold this and don't ever underestimate the power of
Cat,
this.
that makes
She
sense.
does it all with a sense of joy. I know a little something about that commitment to people. I was born in West Point, Nebraska. I lived in Butte, a small town of 400, where community was a way of life. Growing up, I spent the summers working on the family farm. My mom and dad taught us, showed you and work for a common good.
Oh, that's what the line was. One man's socialism is another man's like caring for their neighbor or something, or neighborliness. I gotta look it up.
With his encouragement, at 17, I joined the Army National Guard. For 24 years, I proudly wore the uniform of this nation.
Neighborliness, yeah.
The National Guard gave me purpose. It gave me the strength of a shared commitment to something greater than ourselves. And just as it did for my dad and millions of others, the GI Bill gave me a shot at a college education. My dad was a teacher. My brothers and sisters and I followed in their footsteps. 3 out of 4 of us married teachers. What we do. For nearly 20 years, I had the privilege
Hi,
of teaching high
Octave.
school social studies and coaching football.
Cat, yeah, that
Including
won't go
winning
wrong
that
at all.
state championship.
Chips.
They'll never close
Thank
the
you.
yearbook.
Okay.
But it was my students. They encouraged me to run for office. They saw in me
Chips.
what I was hoping to instill in them. A commitment of common good. A
Okay.
belief that
Good
one
girl.
person can make a difference. So in 2006,
Okay.
2006, I
Good
took
girl.
a leap and I ran for Congress.
Good girl, Chips. Oh, come on.
And because high school teachers are super optimistic, I was running in a district that had 1 Democrat
Wanna
since
come on?
1892. Well, my neighbors graced me with an opportunity to represent them in the United States House of Representatives. I'm proud of the work we did there together. I worked across the aisle on veterans issues, on agriculture, and on ways to grow rural economies. I learned the art of compromise without compromising my values. And now, as governor of the great state of Minnesota, I bring those experiences to bear in tackling the challenges that are facing our great state. Minnesota's strength comes from our values, our commitment to working together, to seeing past our differences, to always being willing to lend a helping hand. Those are the same values I learned on the family farm and tried to instill in my students. I took it to Congress and to the state capitol.
Hi, Cynthia.
And now, Vice President Harris and I are running to take those very values to the White House.
Joker, definitely. Cat, I kind of feel like things actually, like, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of feel like things do exist that way, right? Like, people are like, I'm gonna vote for the person who makes my life better, who improves my life, make sure I make more money, spend less on groceries and taxes, right?
He doesn't have time for it because he's too busy serving himself. Again and again and again, Trump weakens our economy to strengthen his own hand. He mocks our laws. He sows chaos and division. And that's to say nothing of his record as president.
Kamala, Miguel.
He froze in the face of the COVID crisis. He drove our economy into the ground. And make no mistake, violent crime was up under Donald Trump.
It was.
That's not even counting the crimes he committed.
Kamala looks so proud. She, like, genuinely looks like a proud mom. Oh, yeah. Vincenzo?
You know,
That happens, Miguel. I've had periods in my life where I was not very political. But it's a privilege to not have to care about politics.
When it was Republicans who were talking about freedom. It turns out now what they meant was the government should be free to invade your doctor's office. In Minnesota, we respect our neighbors and their personal choices that they make. Even if we wouldn't make the same choice for ourselves, there's a golden rule. Mind your own damn business.
He's good. Yeah, exactly. Joanne. Right, but Miguel, if getting into a fight with friends and family means people around the country end up having better lives, right? I don't know. To me, that seems like a risk worth taking to give a shit about the greater good, right?
So it wasn't by chance that when we welcomed our daughter into the world, we named her Hope.
Also, you can be political without talking about it to your family. You can be aware of, and you can be political without necessarily talking about it to your family if it makes them uncomfortable.
And for our children to be free to go to school without worrying they'll be shot dead in their classrooms. By the way, as you heard, I was one of the best shots in Congress, but in Minnesota, we believe in the Second Amendment, but we also believe in common sense gun violence laws.
There you go. He's a pro Second Amendment. Thank you, IK5560. Thank you for the hat.
Not crippling debt. Air that's clean. Water that's pure. Communities that are safe.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're gonna get my live flagged.
Difference is not through violence, but with our votes.
No such thing as too much kisses.
What direction will this country go in?
Chiefs is all excited. She wants treats.
He's not going back. Well, Donald Trump would damn sure take us backwards. Let's be clear about that. And don't believe him when he plays dumb. He knows exactly what Project 2025 will do for this country. To rig the economy to help the super rich. If Trump gets a chance to return, he's going to pick up exactly where he left off 4 years ago. Only this time, it will be much, much worse. Raising costs on middle-class family. He will repeal the Affordable Care Act, no doubt about it. He'll gut Social Security and Medicare. And when somebody tells you are, they believe him. He said he'd ban abortion across this country, and he'll do it, whether or not Congress is there or not. Donald Trump's not fighting for you or your family. He never sat at that kitchen table like the one I grew up at, wondering how we were going to pay the bills. He sat his country club up in Mar-a-Lago, wondering how he can cut taxes for his rich friends. And I got to tell you, his running mate shares his dangerous and backward agenda for this country.
Yeah, he's doing great, Twine.
J.D. Vance literally wrote the foreword for the architect of the Project 2025
Literally.
Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, JD studied at Yale, had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then wrote a bestseller trashing that community. Come on! That's not what middle America is. And I gotta tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy.
Thank you, Snap. Yeah. Me neither, Chihuahuan. He's gonna be good. He's so fucking natural. Like, we needed more of this from politicians, you know? And like comparing him to Shapiro's speech at the beginning, so like the difference is so palpable. So palpable. Oh my god!
Couch Joe.
Thank God. I'll try not to lose it.
Pointing out just an observation of mine that I made. I just have to say it. You know it, you feel it. These guys are creepy, and yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see. That's what you see.
Oh my god, Kama's so excited. He said
So you know what's out there, so stick with me.
he's talking about JD Vance. He said a few things, and then he said he's gotta get up off the couch and I don't know. What did he say? And show up. That's what it was. But it was a couch joke.
So we got 91 days. My God, that's easy.
My God, that's easy.
We'll sleep when we're dead.
I love him. He's so good. Yes, Joker. That's what it was. He'd be glad to debate Vance if he'd get off the couch and show up.
And we'll have yours. You know how this works. We can't do it alone. We need you, each and every one of you. Go over to KamalaHarris.com, get on board, because we need you.
Where are you going?
Free to make our own choices. This
Oh.
leader, this
I don't see you,
compassionate,
Joker.
cheerful, joyous leader believes in each and every one of you.
Couch to couch joke.
My God, you came here tonight to sit at the very top because you love this country and you're not going back. She believes in the opportunity for every single person to join the middle class. She believes in the promise of America. We just gotta fight. We just gotta fight. Because as soon-to-be President Harris says, when we fight, we win. Thank you, Philadelphia.
He's doing really, really well. Oh my God, Walls! Fucking nailed it. So good. So good. I love him. I'm sold. I'm sold. No. Oh my God, they're cute. They're so cute. Yes. Oh my God, I'm getting so excited.
The Democratic presidential ticket, Vice President Kamala Harris, her newly announced running mate, Governor of Minnesota Tim Walz.
Oh my God.
Spouses.
Okay, Joker, that's pretty funny. That might be the first kind of funny joke. You've told. Oh my God, I'm so excited. That was great. Sorry, I must have knocked the thing. Sorry. Oh man. I'm really excited. So I was gonna hop off. I have to post a TikTok tonight, like a normal one. I might end up, I feel like I should just post one saying, I'm fucking excited about this dude. I don't know if that's stupid. I just have to post it for the algo. Hi, Straight Edge. You just missed a fucking killer speech by Tim Walz. Yeah, intraday. I mean, I feel I'll just post one. I'm trying to be a little bit more casual with my posts. I think I'm experimenting some of the newsy stuff. The algo changes or like not favoring immediacy. You know what I mean? So I think I would just do it more casually. To the window, to the walls. Yeah, B, I agree. I have not posted any new cult videos. That's okay. Who are you babysitting? I'm dog sitting. I'm also babysitting. For babysitting. Look at that little rat. A little rat in my lap. Rat in my lap. Rat in my lap. Thank you, Sim. Oh, nice. Straight Edge. We're very excited. Oh boy. All right. If I make a TikTok about this, just a reaction sort of thing. God, I rarely do these, like write these on here or come on. Long dog, this is Jeeves. Philippe's sister's dog. All right. Should I? But she's mini long dog. She's mini long dog. Mini. Thank you. You're so teeny tiny. Teeny tiny. Yeah, be Jazzle 24/7. No, it's not. Steve, thank you for the $10. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. She says, thank you, Steve. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The long homies. You're so cuddly, so sweet. It was the first dog you remember having? Yeah? I know, Davis. Yeah, straight edge. I'm thinking I have to restart the live anyway. I got flagged earlier, restarted it, but I was too quick about it, and so I'm thinking I'm gonna hop off now, post a quick TikTok about walls, and then get back on. I'm not gonna go as late as I have been, but she's a paid actor. Paid actor. Paid actor. I know, Diego. I know. That's what we're saying. We watched the whole fucking speech on here. It was great. It was amazing, right? Ah. I'm like it was. It was, Matt. So good. But I think I'm gonna So I think I'm gonna hop off. I have to restart the live anyway, but I have to give it some time because I got flagged earlier because we were talking about election denialism, and I got like a warning that I've never gotten before. But I don't think I reset it properly because I didn't. Whatever. I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna post a TikTok about that rally, that fucking amazing rally, and then I will be back on in a little bit. Does that sound okay with you guys? Anything I should include about walls? Honestly, it's not gonna be like super informative. It's just gonna be like reaction. I'll be quick about it, I think. But anyway, thank you all for watching that with me. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so like, oh wow. I'm very excited. All right. Say bye, Teebs. Say see you later, Teebs. Say bye. Bye. Okay. All right. She's so cute. She peed everywhere today. That's why all my carpets are piled up on my thing, because I just didn't want her to like ruin my carpets. She peed on my bed. So cute. She's lucky she's cute, a little gremlin. A little gremlin. Okay, sorry. I'm leaving. I'll be back tonight. Almost definitely. I'm so excited. Yeah, I want to debate some people. Yeah, well, I'm just keeping it real, Chihuahuan. Just keeping it real. God, what the fuck? How do I... Ugh. How do I... Ugh, ugh. There we go. Yeah, okay.